That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
Did you know, in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees? Through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop, you can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And the moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's Restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's is a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
I'm on a fixed income.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the 42nd District Basketball Tournament here at Henry Clay High School for the boys' game. Tonight between the number 3 ranked Henry Clay Blue Devils, number 3 in the state, 24-5 record, and that is outstanding against the Bryan Station Defenders. Of course, Henry Clay coached by Daniel Brown, and Nimbo Hammond's the head coach of Bryan Station. Bryan Station's been on a good incline here lately, William. They've been scoring a lot of points, putting the ball in the basket, and that's exactly what they'll need to do here tonight against this very, very good Henry Clay team.
Man, it was unbelievable seeing Bryan Station the other night playing against Lexington Christian Academy, who happens to be a top 10 team in my opinion as well. But Bryan Station, they just come out hot in that ball game. They really got some shooters on the team, and I definitely would. If I was Henry Clay, I definitely won't be looking past Bryan Station tonight, because that'll be the biggest mistake that they make.
Well, I mean, you win this game, you're in the regional tournament, so there's going to be no looking past either ball club. I mean, tomorrow night Douglas and Scott County will play.
But everybody's hyped it up. You know, Henry Clay, Scott County 3 versus 4 in the state is what it would be, I think, according to the poll that I saw this morning. 3 versus 4, and then another one, the AP poll's got them, 3 versus 8, something like that.
Scott County's number 2 in that poll.
Yeah.
Cantrell, I think, still has Scott County number 1, and Henry Clay was number 3.
But everybody's been hyping that game up the whole time. You know, even the other day you had mentioned that some of the folks over in the 43rd had mentioned, well, the reason why PrepSpin's doing this tournament is because Scott County, Henry Clay, looking ahead. So I hope Henry Clay's not looking ahead to the Scott County game. We know Scott County's probably going to punch their ticket, but Henry Clay's got a big game tonight against Bryan Station. You don't want to take Bryan Station for granted.
That's right, and Bryan Station comes in with some prolific scorers, particularly Miles Moronis, who averages about 14 points. Jalen Burbage averages 13, and James Lindsay averages nearly 14 points a game. You got 3 big guns there for Bryan Station, William. And for Henry Clay, of course, Marquez Warwick averages 23 points a game. You got Harris Hawkins averaging 12 points a game. Keyston Brown averages double figures. So you got some big scores. And I tell you, he's been coming off the bench. He may start at times as the football player that we saw during football season. Jackson, I believe it's Raymond Jackson. Raymond Jackson. He's been scoring double figures as of late for Henry Clay coming off the bench. So they're getting a good play from the bench as well. So Henry Clay,
6 men in Lexington.
They're 24-5 for a reason. They played a really good schedule. You and I were here a few weeks back and saw them play Louisville Trinity.
Right.
They defeated Trinity, one of the top teams in the state, 52-50 on that. And that was no fluke. That was not a fluke.
Well,
they beat Trinity.
That was a game. Yeah. I saw Trinity again after that game over at LCA again. Obviously, we do a lot of LCA games, but Trinity just manhandled LCA in that particular game. But to see Henry Clay, reflecting back and see Henry Clay beat that Trinity team, I'm thinking, man, this Henry Clay team is for real. And Daniel Bryan, credit him, at the beginning of the season, he told us, he's like, look, we're the best team in Lexington.
Yeah. He believes that too. And he told us also that he felt like he had a solid ball club that could make a deep run in the tournament. Well, it begins here tonight. To make a deep run, they got to win this game tonight to get to the regional tournament. The semifinals and the final of that region will be played at Eastern Kentucky. The first round games will be at the district winners of the championship. And by the way, we've got a score to give tonight from the 43rd District Girls Tournament. A big upset. Lexington Catholic 51 Lexington Lafayette 49, and we understand Morgan Rakes, the little guard for Catholic, stepped up with just what, anytime 0.1 second, nailed 2 free throws.
Yep.
Catholic beats Lafayette. So Allie Denton, boy, she had a great run into the regional tournament and the state tournament.
It's been almost, 10 years?
Yeah, she did. And so Catholic with the big upset. Here tonight, it was no upset in the girls' game as Henry Clay won handily over Bryan Station. I believe the final was 64-40, something like that. But but Henry Clay won going away.
25-point ball.
Yeah, they won going away over Bryan Station. So Henry Clay will be in the championship. We'll have the games tomorrow night. Will be Douglas, and they will play Scott County girls at 6. Douglas Scott County boys at 8. I should be here a little bit after 8, probably by the second quarter I'll be here, William. So if you guys can hold down the fort till then, I'll certainly be here, and I'll be ready to go. I've got of course, the Scholastic Ball Report tomorrow night to take.
And I got to apologize to Douglas, too, because I too am guilty of looking ahead, earlier here already in this broadcast, because, not giving Douglas any credit when they play Scott County. I mean, they're obviously a solid team, too. So I think this tournament's good.
Destiny Jackson can score with the best of them. So she averages 28 for a reason. She'll get hers tomorrow night against Scott County, but Scott County has many
Scott
weapons.
County girls, I think you can go ahead and write them in, but the boys' game, it just depends on what kind of Frederick Douglass team we got. They were 1-1 against Dunbar, who beat Scott County. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, we are at the 42nd district here tonight. We will update you on the district tournament over at Dunbar with the 43rd. The game over there tonight has some implications. LCA and Catholic playing over there in the 43rd. We'll give you updates on that game as well.
Mr. Diaz just sent me a message. He said, so you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
Pulling a little Jim Carrey on me.
So we are at the 42nd district here at Henry Clay High School. The bands are here. You can hear them. They're loud and proud right in our ear over here. So it's Henry Clay going up against Bryan Station here in this game, and then we'll have Scott County Douglas tomorrow night. And I tell you what, I think the key in this game, let's go ahead and start talking about the keys to this game.
Okay.
Harris Hawkins, the big 6'4" center for Henry Clay, needs to have a big game on the boards and also needs to have a big game scoring down low for Henry Clay, because I think Quez Warwick will get his.
Oh, yeah.
And I think Bryan will get his. Yeah, I think he'll get his. And then for Bryan Station, I think Jalen Burbage and Moronis and Lindsay need to be hitting from the outside.
Yeah, you got 3 really good ones over on Henry Clay's side. You got 3 really good ones over here at Bryan Station's side. You got a rivalry between the two clubs. Throw those records out right now. Throw the ranking out. This game, it should be a good game tonight. Will Henry Clay go for the haymaker, so to speak, early on in this one, though? That's the question.
Yeah, this should be an outstanding high school basketball game. Bryan Station, very athletic. William Warfield said it best. They do not play like a 6-20 basketball team. They're like a 500 team or maybe above 500 team. And, there's been just barely 500 teams like Lafayette several years ago, and Donnie Atkins went on to win a state championship.
Yeah, I think Bryan Station this season has suffered from the football season. I think that's what happened is, a lot of these guys played football and they just weren't ready for basketball yet. And some of the other really good basketball teams out there have certainly got condition. It's a totally different sport. You're running inside as opposed to outside, so you kind of feel it in your throat, if you will, Gary Ball, when you're running up and down the court as opposed to outside, and it's a little bit different. But yeah, I don't think that the conditioning was there yet for Bryan Station until this past month. I think they really got it together.
Daniel Brown was the all-time prolific scorer at Nicholas County High School. In his senior year in high school, he averaged about 35 points a game. Went on to play at Berea College and lit it up at Berea. But I tell you what, in high school, he was a prolific scorer. His son, Keyston Brown, has a sweet outside shot as well to match his dad, because I think Keyston Brown's a really good basketball player.
Yeah, Keyston can create off the dribble. We saw him in that Trinity game. He was definitely a difference maker in that game, I believe. Matter of fact, we talked to him up here. I tell you what, man, that kid has got some moves out there. He certainly has played some street ball and kind of brings a little bit of that game here on the hardwood.
So we've got this game here tonight, and we gave you the score. Lexington Catholic upset Lafayette in the girls 43rd, 51-49. And the boys are playing at, I think that game was set to tip at 8:15, right?
Yeah.
8:15, Lexington Catholic LCA. We'll give you updates on that game.
I do got a final coming in out of the 46th district where West Jessamine just knocked off East Jessamine 65-54.
See if you can give me a final out of the Bourbon County district. They were playing Montgomery County tonight.
Okay.
Bourbon County and Montgomery County. The reason I'm curious about that district, that's who I've got on the show tomorrow night, is Bourbon County. They've got their first 20-win season, William, in about 20 years. It's been 20 years since they won 20 games over there at Bourbon County. They play Montgomery County later tonight.
Yes.
I think it was set to tip at 7:45.
Yeah, and I understand that that's a sold-out gym over there for that one.
Montgomery County and Bourbon County. And we've got just seconds away here from the public address announcer, Kent Philippi.
Let's turn them up, shall we?
Kent Philippi will give us the starting lineups between Bryan Station and Henry Clay here tonight in the 42nd District Boys Basketball Tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to the Albert T. Gilman Student Center, the Alpo Gymnasium on the campus of Henry Clay High School. Last night, district play began across the state of Kentucky. About 276 teams, all with their sights and dreams set on making it to the Sweet 16 to be played for both the boys and girls this year in Rupp Arena. Henry Clay High School is proud to be the host of the 42nd District Tournament. Our second game this evening features the guests on the scoreboard, the defenders of Bryan Station High School. And the home team on the scoreboard is the Blue Devils from Henry Clay High School. Bryan Station enters tonight's contest with a record of 6 wins and 21 losses. Henry Clay enters tonight's contest with a record of 24 wins, 5 losses, and ranked in the top 5 in the state of Kentucky. We had the playing of our national anthem earlier this evening, so let's get things started now with our starting lineups. First for the Bryan Station defenders. Number 1, a senior averaging 13 points and 4 rebounds a game, Jalen Burbage. Number 11, a senior averaging 3 points and 2 rebounds a game, Deshaun Starks. Number 14, a junior averaging 14 points and 4 rebounds a game, James Lindsay. Number 23, a sophomore averaging 13 points and 5 rebounds a game, Miles Morones. And number 25 is a senior, 6 points, 4 rebounds a game, Malik Black. The head coach for the defenders, Nimbo Hammonds. Starting lineups for the Henry Clay Blue Devils, 0-0, a 5'10" senior guard. 2 points, 2 rebounds a game, Scott Percy. Number 3 is a 6'1" junior, 22 points, 4 rebounds a game, Marquez Warwick. Number 4, 6'1" senior guard, 12 points, 4 rebounds a game, Keyston Brown. Number 5, a 5'9" senior guard, 5 points, 3 rebounds a game, Raymond Razor Jackson. And number 32 is a 6'3" senior, 14 points, 9 rebounds a game, Harris Hawkins. The Blue Devils are coached by Daniel Brown, assisted
so for
by
Bryan Station, it will be Miles Morones, Jalen Burbage, James Lindsay, Malik Black, and Deshaun Starks. And for Henry Clay, it'll be Marquez Warwick, Harris Hawkins, Keyston Brown. You got Raymond Jackson and Scott Hersey. So those are the 5 starters for Henry Clay. And Bryan Station. Henry Clay comes in with the second best record in the 11th region. Scott County 28-2, Henry Clay 24-5.
This game is going to be a top-notch game. I got a feeling it's got that feeling in here. You know, you feel the electricity in the atmosphere, if you will.
Malik Black will jump it up. He will go up against Marquez Warwick, Mr. Basketball candidate next year. Probably one of the front runners, William. I don't think there's any doubt about it.
I got to give Lavelle Martin some credit there for discovering him when he was a freshman, told us all about him. And I kind of waited on it, but he was right.
Jalen Burbage kicks it over the right side. There's a jumper put up, and it's no good there by Lindsay. Here comes Henry Clay. Marquez from deep, and 3 got it. Marquez Warwick with the 3. It's 3-0. Henry Clay on top of Bryan Station. Working it across will be James Lindsay, the junior. Lindsay working there out front. Hands off now, working down to Starks, and he puts up a shot and coming out of there with it, Henry Clay.
That shot was blocked too, by the way.
Yeah, good. Over goes right side. There's Raymond Jackson's shot. Razor's shot won't go. Coming down there with it, Lindsay. Lindsay streaking down court. Stops and lays it up and in. Boy, Lindsay with a big-time shot there.
Yeah, that was big time. Went one-on-one with his defender and able to out-muscle him to the basket.
Brown. Now they get Jackson. Gets it over to Raymond Jackson. Hersey. Keyston Brown penetrates. And Brown gets it back to Quez. Quez already knocked down the big three. A deep three from the right side. Henry Clay leads 3-2. Bryan Station and got the shot from Lindsay. Right side they go now to Brown. Keyston out top. Hands it to Harris Hawkins. In the middle to go to Razor. Down low. Good pass. Up and in by Hawkins. Whoa, what an assist out front by Brown.
Yeah, that was just a laser pass. Two-handed over the head. Sledgehammer pass.
Shot put up and in by Burbage. That's a nice runner by Jalen.
It was.
Quez to the basket. Lays it up and in. 5 for Quez. Quez Warwick. 7-4. Henry Clay on top of Bryan Station here in front of a good crowd at the 42nd District.
We might have us a high-scoring affair here.
We got a nice crowd in here. To the basket, Lindsay, right side, throws it up off the iron, rebounded by Quez. Warwick runs out with it. Warwick with Bryan Station getting back. Over now to Brown, left side, back to Warwick. Look it over to Hersey. Hersey penetrates, now brings it back out, and Ramon Jackson tell him set up the offense. And that's what Scott Hersey will do. There's Warwick with a jumper out of the right side, no good. Rebounded. Coming out there, a good pass, and shot put up and in. Malik Black, and it was Burbage with the pass.
We'll throw an instant replay on that and show everybody that again back home. Look at that pass right there.
That was a great pass by Burbage to Black. 7-6. Jackson down low to Hawkins. Hawkins spinning, and a nice move. Harris Hawkins, 4 points. It's 9-6. I don't know if Henry Clay's missed one shot to Warwick. Baseline jumper, and that's the only shot they've missed, William.
Harris Hawkins could have went to the left, could have went to the right. He went to the weak side, and that was the right side. Got the bucket.
Black out top it goes now to his teammate Starks. Now they swing it back out to Lindsay. Lindsay, man-to-man. Hersey is on him for Henry Clay. Lindsay, pass down low, goes through the hands of Black, out of bounds.
Substitution for Henry Clay.
Well, this game's got a very nice tempo to it right now. Again, we may have a high-scoring one in this one.
Mayan White checks in, the 6-foot senior.
Good old-fashioned slobber knocker
for
coming
Henry
up.
Clay. Another slobber knocker, right? Ramon Jackson, Razor Jackson gets it over to Brown, over to White. Brown chases it down, goes baseline, reverses it, throws it up, no, and good rebound there by White. Out top, and a three-pointer knocked in by Hawkins.
You said Harris Hawkins is going to have a good game tonight. He's doing it so far.
Got 7 points already. The lead is 6, 12-6 for Henry Clay, the number 3 ranked team in the state. 24-5 coming in. Out front, Black looking for cutters, and the guy that was trying to cut through, I think, was fouled.
Raymond Jackson.
Baronis was trying to get free, but he was kind of mugged as he ran through this pick there. He's got Jackson on him defensively.
Jackson, a big football player, too, for Henry Clay, right?
Yes, sir. Right side to Burbage.
Of course, Burbage, we know, is an outstanding football player.
On to Lehigh. Burbage runner in the paint, won't go, and rebounded. Coming out with a Mayan White. Gives to Brown. Keyston in the front court. Over goes to Hawkins. Back to Keyston Brown. Lines up the three. Back of the rim, no. Hawkins rebounds, and we're going to have a foul called against Bryan Station.
Bryan Station, number 25.
3:33 left to go. First quarter play. William Warfield alongside. I get to do it this time. The legend, Gary Ball.
Thank you, King of Stream. 12-6. We both have things to live up to, don't we?
That's right.
Hawkins.
Goals.
And he off the basket, rebounded by Burbage. Jalen. kicks it over on the left side to Starks. Starks will put the dribble down, 3:15 in the first. And he throws it away, trying to go to Moronis. Moronis was cutting backdoor. He threw it out front. That was good defense out there by Ramon Jackson.
Yeah, Jackson all over Moronis right now, trying to take him out of his game. And so far it's working, 12-6, a 6-point lead there for Henry Clay.
Quez Warwick got the 3 out of the front out of the start of the game, but hasn't had too many good looks since then. He's got the ball cut off on the baseline, lobs it out to Razor Jackson over the right side, and there's a three-pointer. Won't go for White,
nice
but rebounded by Warwick on the backside.
Good backside rebound there by Warwick. You gotta like it when your team does that.
Yep, 12-6. Henry Clay on top of Bryan Station. In the corner, White lines up to 3, in and out. Rebounded.
So unselfish. He could have took that jumper, but he kicked it out for 3 instead.
Lindsey, baseline. That shot won't go. Battle for it down low. Moronis and knocked out. And we got checking into the game. Timeout. That is Elijah Chenault.
It's just a 30-second timeout, so we give us an opportunity to thank our title sponsor here on the network, Mingua Beef Jerky, the official game day snack of PrepSpin.
Yeah.
They're giving us some love here.
They sure are. But I tell you what, 2:33 to go in the first quarter, 12-6 Henry Clay. And I've been impressed so far with Hawkins and also Warwick.
Yeah, they're playing big time. Hawkins especially right now.
I mean, Brown doesn't have any points, William, but he certainly is playing a good floor game.
Yeah, Brown is that nice pass, that over the hand. Yeah. It's kind of almost like a hammer, you're swinging the strongest man hammer,
Right.
That's how that pass was.
12-6, 2:33 to go here in the first period. Keyston Brown gets it inbound to Razor Jackson. He'll work it across on Elijah Chenault. And also in there, Lindsey. Now they give it back to Quez. Pair of threes working on each other there. Back to Razor. Back door, Keyston Brown up and in.
We got to throw that back real quick again. And the UPS instant replay coming up here.
Shot wouldn't go. They give it back to Lindsey. Back to Burbage. Burbage swings it out to Chenault. Chenault comes over now to Black. And that's going to be a foul on Bryan Station. We got 1:51 to go in the first quarter, and it's 14-6. Henry Clay on top.
Again, Gary, I can't not describe it without saying the word electrifying, because that's the way it feels in here right now.
Tyler Lofton backdoor to Brown again. Reverses it, no. There's Hawkins sticking it up and in, and he's fouled. Harris Hawkins.
They're battling for it underneath. Good backdoor.
Harris has 9 points already here in the first quarter, William.
Yeah, I tell you what, looking back at that replay, Brown was definitely fouled.
Tyler Robinson Lofton picked up the personal. So Lofton with the foul. It's 17-6 as Hawkins completes that three-point play. This young man is one of the most improved players in the 11th region.
Yeah, you got to give him lots of props because the way he's battled this season.
To the basket, and a shot put up won't go, but a whistle and a foul called.
And the play foul number 30, Bryan White, his first, team's second of the half.
That is Pierre Petit Frere.
Yeah, I had trouble with that the other night during the LCA game.
He's in the game for state. Here's a steal by Henry Clay's White. Gives it to Keyston Brown. Brown down the middle. Back door to Hawkins. Hawkins spinning on the low block. Post up and good. He's got 12 points already.
And that's the second time he's had that spin move, found the weak side, able to get real close to the basket.
Down low, and there's a shot. Won't go for Lindsey.
Ooh, one-handed rebound.
Picked up. Coming down with it. Warwick. Right side to Hawkins. Harris spinning. He might have traveled, and he turned it over.
That time definitely walked.
Scott Hersey replaces Raymond Jackson. And for Bryan Station,
19-6.
Jamarius Lindsay. And number 30, Krayshawn Yoakum enters the lineup.
And
for Henry Clay,
Krayshawn
Big
Yoakum.
Jackson Phillips enters the lineup.
And who we got in there for Henry Clay? 34, that is going to be Jackson Phillips.
Jackson Phillips.
And also Jamarius Lindsay, number 4 is in there for Bryan Station. They got some little dudes in there right now, don't they?
They do, yeah. Some of the younger guys are in there getting some
playing time.
about
Lindsay is a freshman, yeah.
Yep. He's a good one too, though, by the way.
He really is. Keyston Brown with 23 seconds and a 19-6 lead. Backs it out of there, gives it up over to Hersey. Back to Brown. Five seconds. Brown to the basket. He's hammered.
Bryan Station foul.
It officially comes with
30, Yoakum, his first, team's fourth
1.6 seconds
Keyston
on the clock.
Brown line shooting 2.
Brown will shoot 2 free throws. He has 2 points. Now make it 3. 80-something% free throw shooter. 20-6. Henry Clay by 14. Missed it. And thrown up and off the mark. So Henry Clay, 20. Bryan Station, 6. We'll be back with second quarter action on the Mingua Beef Jerky High School Basketball Game of the Week here at the 42nd District.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Welcome back, and we want to thank Mingua Beef Jerky, UPS Kentucky Loop, Bob Roberts Insurance, Sutherland Chevrolet, Lexington Diagnostic, Bluegrass Orthopedics, Rafferty's Restaurants, Double Dogs, Whitaker Bank, Kentucky Scoreboard Show, Crown Trophy, and the Scholastic Ball Report. All the sponsors here on PrepSpin.
I like Rafferty's because the specials mean.
You're always a special.
That's right. I really love their potato soup, by the way.
Warwick stops and pops good. 7 by Quez. 22-6.
Henry Clay we talked about it. They may hit that haymaker early.
Yeah,
and
they're
what they're
just
doing.
manhandling the station right now. Chenault backs it back out of there. Out top they go to Petit Freer. Pierre gives it up to Chenault. 7:10 to go in the first half. Here's a three-pointer off the mark, and battle for it coming out there with it is Jackson. Gets to Brown. Keyston crossing over. Fade away, and it rolls off. Rebounded by Harris Hawkins, and he's going to be fouled.
Harris Hawkins, the workhorse tonight.
He is a horse.
He's getting it done.
Foul number 3, Elijah Chenault. His first personal foul, team's 5th of the half. For Bryan Station, number 1, Jalen Burbage returns, along with number 23, Miles Morones.
Miles Morones back in. Jalen Burbage back in for Station. Brown lobs it to Hawkins. Harris Hawkins, and he traveled.
Steps called.
12 points in that first quarter for Hawkins to lead everybody. 7 for Marquez Warwick. 22-6. The lead is 16 for Henry Clay, the number 3 ranked team in the state, looking like the number 3 ranked team in the state right now.
Yeah, they are.
Station out front. Chenal. In the middle, there's a shot put up and in, and that'll count on the runner, and I believe that is Lindsay. Jamarius Lindsay with his first basket. Jamarius with his first basket. He'll get a 3-point opportunity, William.
See if he can do it here.
Missed the free throw.
Yep, that's just like the girls' game. You know, you got to hit those free throws.
You sure do. Call them free throws for a reason. Brown gets a pick from Hawkins.
I think a lot of kids actually rush on
back door to Warwick. He can't put it up as he loses a handle on it. They get it out now, working down low, and a shot put up and no good by Moronis. Miles is fouled though.
Number 4, Keyston Brown, his first.
Foul on Brown, his first. Team's 4th foul. Miles Moronis, and he'll be up there shooting 2 free throws.
How many seconds you got to shoot your free throws? Do you know?
They usually don't time them, but officials, I guess if you took forever, they would finally say something to you, but you can take as much time as you want. Just like in tennis, you can take like up to 25 seconds to serve the ball.
Okay.
Hit them both. So good free throw shooting by Miles Moronis. 22-10. And Henry Clay by a dozen here at the 42nd District. Henry Clay Blue Devils, number 3 in the state of Kentucky, behind Scott County and Trinity. 24-5 record. And the winner here will play in the championship Friday night. Tomorrow night, Douglas and Scott County girls and boys will play. The girls at 6 o'clock, boys at 8.
This place will be packed. It'll look like Miami Hurricanes in here taking on the Louisville Cardinals.
Yep, that'll be a big, big crowd tomorrow night. I'll be here for the boys' game. To the basket, up and in, Marquez Warwick. He now has 9 points.
Rocking it.
Warwick with 9. Hawkins has 12. And to the basket, Moronis, no. Rebounded by Hawkins. Gives it to Brown. Brown to the basket, scoop shot up and in. Boy, a tough shot for Brown. 26-10, lead back to 16. Moronis, deep 3, got it. 3 for Moronis. First 3-pointer of the game for Station.
That was his first good look from beyond the arc.
White down low to Hawkins, up and in. That's 14 already for Hawkins. He's got 14 of the 28, William. Yep. There's a deep 3 by Moronis, and he knocks it in. Lindsay, excuse me, check that. Jamarius Lindsay. And we're going to have a
ball hit the top of the
back. What is that?
Top of the back.
Malik Black back in for Station.
Give a shout out to my boy Jack Haynes over here on the camera.
Yeah, Jack doing a good job tonight here at the 42nd District. And so far, Warwick and Hawkins have gone to war for Henry Clay. They've been a 2-man wrecking crew.
Yeah, they have.
They have 21, no, check that, 23 of the 28 points. Hawkins has 14 to Warwick. He has 9. Warwick kicks it over to Brown. Brown penetrates, looks over now to Quez out of the corner, in and out. Rebounded. Coming down with it is Moronis.
Spit it back out, didn't it?
There's Lindsay and another 3-pointer. Jamarius Lindsay, all of a sudden, he has 2 3-pointers back to back, and Station's back in it, William, 28-19.
That was a tough shot, not only NBA range, but right in front of the Henry Clay students over there.
And the thing about it is the young man has no conscience. He's going to fire that ball up no matter what. He's over there, I tell you what, no conscience on this Jamarius Lindsay, 8 points to lead Bryan Station, and Just think, he came off the bench.
Yeah, he came off the bench. This is what I was talking about. You know, Bryan Station, they can shoot the basketball. That's why I didn't discredit them before this game came up, because, again, I saw them play the other day, and I know that they can shoot the rock. If you can get those same baskets to start falling for you, this could be a ball game.
It's taken a great effort by Harris Hawkins with 14 points, and Marquez Warwick has 9 points, so they have 23 of the 28. But I tell you what, Bryan Station battling and a three-pointer here, and they're right back in this thing.
I'm just throwing out respect there, man. They deserve some respect, I think.
Brown in backcourt. Gets it to White. Over to Jackson. Razor takes it in. No, and it goes off the backboard. Working across is Miles Moronis.
Wanted to foul. I believe it got partially blocked.
Moronis out top. And to the basket off glass. No good. And Station calling for a foul, but they didn't get the call. Brown, fadeaway, rolls off. Rebounded by Moronis. Boy, Moronis gets in there and rebounds, doesn't he?
Moronis does it all.
Rebounds, and he's got 5 points. To give the basketball to Jamarius Lindsay. 28-19. Lindsay pounds it down. He's got Jackson on him defensively. Stops. Stolen by Hawkins. Gives to Quez. Quez to the basket, and he rolls it up and in off the right side using the right hand.
Yeah, using that rim as a protector there, he got so high.
And to the basket, strong again by Lindsay. James Lindsay, 30-21. Station has it to 9. 2:50 to go in the first half here at Henry Clay's 42nd District. Warwick to the basket, up, and it rolls in. 13 for Warwick, 14 for Hawkins.
Warwick able to flush that one down, Gary Ball. That one went around and around.
There's a shot by Lindsay, and a steal. Moronis over it goes. Now pass down low. Black, and here's Jackson flying through.
That was a hard foul.
And Razor Jackson.
Was a ball. We'll see.
I think they called a foul on him.
We'll slow it down here. We'll go. You guys make the call back at home. Ooh,
I'm going to say all ball.
I tell you what. It looked like it was all ball, but it may be some of the hand there.
Yeah, it happened so fast. So Black knocks down the free throw. 3 points for Black. Jamarius Lindsay has 8. 5 for Miles Moronis. Listen to this, though. Marquez Warwick has 13. Harris Hawkins has 14. They have 27 of the 32 points that Henry Clay's put up on the board. Black misses the free throw, rebounded by Hawkins.
Sean Girton, who's watching tonight, he said in the rule book, you got 10 seconds to shoot a free throw. Something I didn't know.
But they never check that.
Yeah,
the official never says, come on, shoot the ball. Hurry up. I've never seen one do it. I don't care if they got 10 seconds or not. 32-22. Crossover, and Marquez backs up and misses, and a good rebound pulled out of there. Lindsay streaking down in the corner to Black. Lets a three fly, and he got it. Malik Black makes it 32-25. Pass down low, and Hawkins is going to put it up. It rolls out, but he's fouled. And you know what Station's calling for? A walk. They're saying Harris Hawkins is walking every time he gets the ball.
Station's into it. You know, they've hit several three-pointers. What is that, 7 threes now in the ball game?
We've had 2 by Lindsay, Jamarius, 1 by Black, and 1 by Miles Moronis.
Okay.
And we've had 1 by Quez and 1 by Hawkins. Hawkins hit 1 as well.
So 6 three-pointers in the game.
Yep. 33-25. Hawkins connects. He now has 15 points. And what did I say before the game, William?
Hawkins.
Hawkins will be a key. He knocks down the 16th point of the ball game.
I think, you know, his size in there is a big difference.
He's 6'4", solid kid. 34-25, those 2 free throws sends the lead back to 9 with 1:35. Crossing over Lindsay. Swing it back to Chenal. Now they go to Lindsay. 1:23 to go. First half. Bryan Station. Lindsay. Baseline, throws it up, and it almost went in there for Lindsay. Looked like it was going to go in, but it bounced around on the rim, and I tell you who needs to get on track right now is Jalen Burbage.
Yeah, Burbage has been quiet.
Averaging over 13 points a game. But he's been shut down so far. Free throw rolls off just like his shot did.
Oh, well, that was a tough shot he tried to hit.
Oh, yeah, he's on the baseline. 5'8" junior, averaging nearly 14 points a game. He got the second one. That's 5 for Lindsey. 34-26, the lead is 8. Wark gives to Mackey. And there's Hawkins out of the corner. 19 for Hawkins. Assist to Brown. 37-26.
Hawkins putting the perfect plex on Bryan Station right now.
To the basket, Lindsey won't go. And coming out of there with it, Marquez. Warwick behind the back dribble. Quez to Warwick, and a shot up, no good. Rebounded. Lead it out to Burbage. Burbage into the paint, throws up a runner, and he's fouled. The foul will go on White. Ryan White picked it up. Did White play football, William? I'm trying to remember.
Oh, maybe so.
I'm not sure. I know Razor Jackson did.
Yeah, because we remember Razor Ramon Jackson is what we were saying out there.
Yeah. Burbage's free throw rolls in for Jalen. Jalen, by the way, is an outstanding student. He's going to Lehigh University, which is, you might as well say it's Ivy League. It's not Ivy League, but you might as well say it's Ivy League.
Right.
He got a 28 on his ACT. Kid is smart. 37-27. Brown back to Quez. Warwick working it across.
What's the perfect score on the ACT?
34.
34?
No, 36. 36 is perfect score. And some kids from Dunbar actually got 36s.
Yeah.
12 seconds. So Henry Clay's going to take a lead into the locker room, just a matter of the margin. Quez bounces to Hawkins, kicks it out. There's White from 3, front of the iron, no good. That's the end of the first half. And the halftime score, Henry Clay 37, Lexington Bryan Station 27 here at the 42nd District in front of a good crowd here at the 42nd District. It's 37-27. Henry Clay on top. We'll come back with halftime on the Mingua Beef Jerky. The Roberts Insurance halftime report. Bob Roberts Insurance over in Richmond, Kentucky. They're on Main Street. They've been in business over 40 years. Roberts Insurance halftime report coming at you after this 37-27. Henry Clay on top of Bryan Station.
The future of healthcare seems dark at times, but for patients in Kentucky with diagnostic imaging needs, there's a place with clarity and a compassionate staff. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI provides quality patient care while saving you hundreds to thousands of dollars as compared to hospital-based centers. Remember, for your medical imaging needs, you have a choice. Lexington Diagnostic Center and Open MRI.
Did you know in addition to education assistance, UPS now provides housing for qualified employees? Through the UPS Kentucky Living Options and Opportunities Path, also known as UPS Kentucky Loop, you can work part-time in Louisville, go to school at Jefferson Community and Technical College, and receive housing for up to 2 years. Earn a degree or learn a trade. It's up to you. Loop benefits are available to those who live outside the Louisville metro area, whether you're just starting college or going back to school. It's time to get in the loop. For more information, visit upsjobs.com. That's upsjobs.com.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Folks, this is Gary Ball, and you hear my catchphrase, soup and a sandwich. When I want the best potato soup and prime rib sandwich, I head over to Rafferty's restaurants after my games. Check out Rafferty's 9 great locations throughout Kentucky, and all you teens, you can eat at Rafferty's before those big ball games. The open prime rib sandwich is what legends are made of. Ask Joe B. Hall, the legend himself, it's his favorite. Rafferty's a big supporter of high school sports throughout Kentucky. Rafferty's, where the special is you.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 496 Kentucky schools.
Over 282,000 students benefit from Whitaker Bank's Kentucky education initiatives.
Whitaker Bank has contributed almost $441,000 to education programs for the advancement of Kentucky's youth.
We share your passion, Kentucky.
Love the bank that loves you back.
Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
Some things never change. Like the sound of pads crushing against the equipment, the feel of cleats on fresh-cut grass, or the deep rest from a full practice. Another thing that never changes, the feeling of relief when the whistle blows for break. And the savory snack to go along with it. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
I'm on a fixed income. Credit cards help me balance the money that's coming in and what I need to live on. I've thought about bankruptcy, but how am I supposed to pay for it?
Sometimes the people that need help the most
are the very people who can least afford it.
We've come up with a way to get you started for less.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free. In Lexington and now in London.
This is where it all started, right here on this farm. We may have grown over the years, but we've never lost sight of what was important to us. We're continuing that tradition today, and we always will be, for generations to come.
That familiar sound of rubber and wood floor. The feel of the ball passing between hands and air. The squeaking of the sneakers. And a moment of silent breath, thankfully followed by the whipping of net. And the reward after. This is a moment to remember. This is a Mingua moment.
Hi, this is Gary Ball for Crown Trophy of Lexington. Crown Trophy offers youth sports awards, corporate awards. They offer signs and a full line of promotional products. They're located at 2680 Wilhite Drive on the corner of Nicholasville, New Circle Road, just behind Starbucks. Stop by and pick up your copy of our 85-page catalog. Crown Trophy is nationally known, but locally owned with 150 stores nationwide. Crown Trophy, the official provider of plaques for the Scholastic Ball Report and PrepSpin.
By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Over 30,000 Kentuckians are saving time and money by doing their banking online with Whitaker Electronic Banking.
341,000 transactions were made on the go last year using the Whitaker Bank mobile app.
Over 340,000 text alerts were sent last year with Whitaker Bank text banking.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky. By the numbers, Whitaker Bank loves the Kentucky communities we serve.
Whitaker Bank supports 956 Kentucky charities and community events.
Employees of Whitaker Bank volunteered 14,860 hours to better our Kentucky communities.
93 nonprofits that promote diversity and inclusion in Kentucky are supported by Whitaker Bank.
We share your passion, Kentucky. Love the bank that loves you back. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky.
I wanted to get back on the basketball court.
I want to get back to the ref I used to be.
I want to get back to gardening.
I want to get back to playing with my band.
Only one team is qualified to get patients back to living.
Back here at halftime, 37-27, a 10-point lead for the Henry Clay Blue Devils. Coach Daniel Brown's team doing a really good job. But Bryan Station, you got to like the second quarter performance, Gary. I think they might have even outscored Henry Clay.
They did. They played a good second quarter. You're right. Hawkins led Henry Clay with 19 points, and he also had 7 rebounds. So he led them in the first half. And leading the way for the Bryan Station Ball Club was Jamarius Lindsay, 8 points off the bench for Bryan Station. He had a couple of big threes, kept them in the game. By the way, we got a big halftime score to report. Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian has we're talking about Lexington Catholic and a 30-footer by the big guard there for Catholic.
Ben Johnson?
Yeah, Ben Johnson at a 30-footer. At the first half buzzer, they lead 18-17.
Wow, that's a low-scoring
affair.
affair.
Low-scoring affair. Here we're getting ready to start the second half. Bryan Station's Lindsay gives it over to Burbage. Back to Lindsay. Penetrates. 15-foot jumper, and he banks it in.
Whitaker Bank shot.
Yeah, Whitaker Bank. 37-29.
Big thanks to them for sponsoring our network, too.
Yeah, Whitaker Bank, and they stepped up. Rafferty stepped up. And Central Bank stepped up. Hawkins kicks it out top. Brown, the three. Got it. First three of the game for Brown. He has 8 now. Lead back to 11. Boy, that's a big three. After your opponent cut it down to single digits, you get a big three-pointer to equal that.
Station came out and got him a quick one, and Henry Clay silencing him again.
Burbage looking for Moronis. Gives over to Lindsay. James Lindsay hands it back to Burbage. Gives it back out the top to Starks and to the basket up and in. Deshaun Starks, that was a nice shot.
Deshaun, nice lay-in.
40-31 on Starks lay-in. Brown penetrating with the left hand to the basket up and in. Brown's going to become more of a scorer here in the second half. I can tell you that right now.
Well, yeah, I think he's got the matchup that he's looking for here in the second half. I think that he's ready to.
Lindsay slicing to the basket, puts it up. No. Hawkins his 8th rebound.
Ready to put some points up on the board.
Razor Jackson to the basket, throws it up, off balance, draws the foul, and
number 14, James Lindsay.
Foul on Lindsay. James, that'll be first on him.
First of the second half.
Tomorrow night, join us at 6 o'clock as
William and Jack Haynes will have Scott County and Douglas girls, and then at 8 o'clock the boys play. Here at the 42nd, I'll be along for that one.
You'll be coming in just after filming your show there.
Yes, sir. Got the Scholastic Ball Report tomorrow night. I'll be here a little bit after 8. Free throw connected there for Jackson. 43-31. 12-point lead for Henry Clay. Jalen Burbage, he's trying to get on track here in the second half. Back out to Burbage. Burbage crossing over to the basket. Little hook shot up and in. 5 points for Jalen Burbage. Going to Lehigh.
Jalen, if he can start warming up his shot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It'd be very helpful for Station.
Quez Warwick, right side, working to the basket, off glass, up and in. 15 for Quez. Marquez now with 15.
Just every time you see that kid play, no matter who's on him, it's always a mismatch.
He's so quick to the basket. Got great moves to the basket. He's got a good three-point shot outside. There's Morona's shot, and he thought he was fouled, and Hawkins pulled off number 9, I believe.
Station was asking for the foul.
Brown, Keeson looking down low to Hawkins, gets it to him. Hawkins waits, puts up his blocked, and knocked out. They're going to give it back to Bryan Station.
Let's look at this again. Was it off of the block there? Yep. Good call.
Lindsay. Out top, Moronis. In the corner, and three-pointer. It's knocked down by Black. Second three-pointer of the game for Malik Black. 45-36, lead down to single digits, 9 points. That's 3 possessions if you're keeping score at home. Brown stops and pops from 17, short off the front of the iron.
Gary Ball, I kind of think you're a math major somehow.
Right side, Jalen Burbage off the iron.
That would have been big. This crowd would have lost it if
would
that
have erupted. Down low and to the basket. Jackson and Razor's going to be fouled. That foul's going to be called on Moronis. Third on him. Second foul in the second half. No, 45-36, and back at the line will be Raymond Jackson. 4:46 here in the third quarter. Jackson's free throw rolls in.
Substitution for Henry Clay, number 0, Scott Percy.
Jackson is a track star too, William. I know you know that. He's a track star on the track team here, a state champion. And he's also, of course, a football star. I think he's going to go to Kentucky, and he might be a walk-on, but he's going to run track.
Yeah, everybody say he's one of the fastest kids in
the state.
Lexington.
In the state.
Yeah.
47-36. With the basketball is Chenault. He just checked in for Bryan Station. 4:36 here in the third quarter. Chenault puts it down. He bounces over to Burbage. Burbage looking for cutters. Gets it back to Chenault. Chenault on the right side. Moves in, lets it fly, and it's in and out. And there's a rebound for Brown. That's not Hawkins. Keyston with a rebound. Brown to the basket, throws it up, loses the handle on it. Gives it back to Quez. And Quez throws it out, picked off by Burbage. 2-on-1. Burbage goes left side and put up and in by Malik Black.
It was a nice, he kind of floated to the hoop, didn't he?
Oh, he did.
And when you said he was looking for cutters, I hope you didn't mean cookie cutters because they made my baby girl cry.
She didn't like cookie cutters,
She didn't like it. They made my baby girl cry.
Yeah, that's Jackson to the basket, and it's going to be fouled again. And
Bryan Station foul number 25, Malik Black, his second.
Second foul on Black.
I'm going to chuck that in the things William says.
Yeah, that's right. That's under William Warfield. I see Lee K. Howard filming here for WKYT underneath the basket over there. Watch WKYT tonight for highlights of all these basketball. Halftime, Darren Douglas, Woodford County 43, Western Hills 26. Woodford County's a good ball club.
Substitution.
I saw them playing the Toyota Classic, and they played Scott County tooth and nail to a 2-point ball game in that Toyota Classic.
Yeah,
they're for real.
They're solid.
They play well as a team. Both free throws connect, I tell you. Razor can hit some free throws now. 49-38. We're going to have a timeout by Henry Clay. Daniel Brown wants to talk about it. Now to give us time to tell you about, of course, Rafferty's Restaurants. Rafferty's, they have that potato soup. Rafferty's Restaurants out in Hamburg. And Rafferty's Restaurants with a special as always you. Also Friday nights you can catch Rick Shaw and Donnie Atkins on the Kentucky Scoreboard Show. 10 to midnight on 630 WLAP. Rick and Donnie will give you scores from around the state and tell you, interview coaches. Kentucky Scoreboard Show. Friday nights, 10 to midnight. 50 radio stations carry their shows statewide. It's the biggest network in the state of Kentucky, second to only the UK network.
Yeah, they do a great job, Rick Shaw and Donnie Atkins. A couple legends.
They really are.
I mean, you belong in that category. If there was a Mount Rushmore of broadcasters here in Lexington at the high school level,
Mike Fields would be on that Mount Rushmore, no doubt.
Yeah.
It's Bryan Station basketball.
Absolutely.
Rick Shaw,
Gary Ball,
and Donnie Atkins we went to put up there too.
Yep, Donnie
I
Atkins,
think so.
No doubt about it.
And William Warfield's on his way up the mountain.
One day, hopefully.
3:35, 49-38. Bryan Station's Lindsay stops in from 17. Got it.
Got it.
That's 9 for James Lindsay.
Only if they put a video board on the mountain, though.
That's right. They got to have instant replay. And it's got to be in high definition.
That's right.
Just like PrepSpin. You're watching this game in high definition, 1080p quality. Gary Ball with the king of stream. And Jack Haynes, our videographer tonight.
Appreciate Jack.
Appreciate the man. You go, what, sophomore at Kentucky now?
Yep.
The UK, went to Lexington Catholic. Here's Brown, and back of the rim, no. Rebounded by Lindsay. Lindsay wants to push it. Quez back, though. Lindsay drives down. Glass, no good, and thought he was fouled.
Jack, one of my student interns over there at Lexington Catholic when he was there.
Jackson, and there's Hawkins, 21 now. And a steal by Quez. Well, that was quick. 53-30. Quez, and another steal. Steal by Jackson, and he lays it up and in.
Back-to-back steals. We missed the first steal, but the second steal we caught there on camera. It just happened so quick.
55-40. Henry Clay by 14. The winner will move on and take on the winner of the Scott County Douglas game tomorrow night.
Yeah, 55-40 the official score. As 2:21 also the official time for keeping it at home. Our Twitter's blowing up over here, Gary. We got a lot of folks wanting to see that LCA Catholic game.
Sorry about that.
We appreciate all of our fan feedback. All that. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, we can't be at two places at once, can we, William?
Well, technically we can. We got the equipment to do it. We just need people to kind of work with us whenever we want to do it.
Yeah, that's true. And the score from that 43rd here, it was Henry Clay winning 69-40 over Bryan Station girls. And also Lafayette fell to Lexington Catholic 51-49. Catholic upset Lafayette tonight. Girls action from the 43rd. Halftime, Catholic's leading LCA. We'll get an update from you on the third quarter. And I tell you what, I don't know what button that Daniel Brown has pushed or what level they've gone to here. If it's what are those different levels like? Well, Raycon level, whatever you want to call it, but Henry Clay's hit that level.
I think when he called that timeout, he dug his fingernails in a little bit.
He did something. He said, guys, you better get it going here. And they have really turned it up. Brown, Keyston over to Quez. Quez out of the corner. Bullseye. That's 20 now for Quez, 21 for Hawkins. They've outscored Bryan Station themselves. Shot that won't go for Bryan Station on the attempt there by Lindsay. Brown. As he bounces down low for Henry Clay to Mackey. Out there's Jackson, three-pointer, good.
They are lighting it up right now.
Jackson has 10 points.
21-point lead. Gary Ball, Henry Clay has responded out of that timeout.
Yep, they sure have.
Number 23, Marquise Mackey.
We have a minute 29 here in the third, and all of a sudden the Blue Devils up 61-40. Chenault at the line for Bryan Station. Got his first point, so he gets in the scoring column, and he makes the newspaper. That used to be a big deal when I was in high school if you made the newspaper.
Yeah, got into the box score.
Yep, got into the box score that goes in the newspaper. Chenault hit a boat.
Now it's so little, they only put a couple of the scores in there, though, right?
Yeah, they do. Brown trying to, and pass down forward, coming out there with it. And Burbage, good pass, and a shot put up and in. It counts, and the foul. Aronis with the basket.
Somebody got away with a little walk here, possibly. Let's look at it. Yep, got away with a walk.
It happened so fast. So Moronis with 7 points. He averages 13.4 for Bryan Station. Join us tomorrow night, Scott County and Douglas at 6, girls game. Boys at 8 o'clock. Both those games right here on PrepSpin. Then we have the championship Friday night. Henry Clay's girls and Henry Clay boys are punching their ticket to the finals. Who will they play, Scott County or Douglas?
Well, I think on paper you got to say Scott County, but don't count out the Broncos.
Brown down court and puts it up and in. Keyston Brown, boy, he has found the groove here. He's got 12 points now in the game.
He's all over it. Doing a great job.
Deep three, and that's an air ball. Thrown up over there by
What a spin. Oh.
Brown shot Hawkins. Kicks it out. They go back to Keyston Brown, and he knocks it down the left side.
Keyston all over it.
That's 15 for Brown now. 66-45. 35 seconds to go here. Third quarter action. And Jalen Burbage to the basket. He travels. Jalen was quarterback on the Bryan Station football team. Great career at Bryan Station.
Yeah, big career.
Hawkins. Back over it comes to Marquez Warwick. Back door. Thrown over the head of Mackey out of bounds.
I thought we were going to see the alley-oop on that one.
18 seconds to go in the third quarter. 66-45. Burbage comes over to Chenault. Elijah looking at the defense. 7 seconds. Chenault out top, slicing through, throws up a 19-footer off the mark. Tapped up, no good. And that's the end of the third quarter. Henry Clay 66, Bryan Station 45 here on PrepSpin.com. We want to thank, of course, Minky Beef Jerky, our title sponsor.
I work really hard, but I'm struggling to pay my bills on time. I've gotten pretty far behind, and I don't know what to do.
Is this happening to you? We're Atkinson, Sims, and Kermode.
Bankruptcy could be your best solution.
We're here to give you a fresh financial start.
Start your bankruptcy for as little as $78 now. The consultation is free in Lexington and now in Somerset.
By the numbers.
We're back for the fourth quarter, and Henry Clay will have the basketball. Hersey with it. Hersey comes out top to Marquez Warwick. To the basket. Good pass over to the left side. A foul's called, and Mackey will go to the charity strike.
Bryan Station foul number 3, Elijah Chenault, his second personal.
Elijah Chenault.
Team's fifth. Keith Mackey.
Team's fifth foul.
Mackey at the line.
Yep. We'll shoot 2. First point of the game for Mackey.
Raymond Jackson replaces 00 Scott Hersey.
And Hersey out. Raymond Jackson in. Boy, Jackson's become such a big cog in this Henry Clay wheel, William.
Yes, he has.
Both free throws connected by Mackey. He has 10 points tonight off the. No, he started, so a starter. Got 10 points all in the second half, by the way. There's a 3 off the iron. Won't go there for Moronis. Brown. Up and in. Boy, Brown.
Too much Keyston Brown here in the second half.
What a second half. He's got 12 in the second half, 17 overall. Burbage stops and pops from 15, in and out. Rebounded by Hawkins. He's got 11 now. Brown has it stripped away by Burbage. He's got Quez back. Passes over right side. Shot put up and in by Chenault. First basket for Chenault. He had a couple of free throws prior to that. He's got 4 points now. 70-47. Henry Clay on top by 23. 6:55 to play. Back door, and there's Quez with the lay-in.
Nice back door. Take another look at it here.
23 now for Marquez.
Back door was nice.
Burbage out it goes now, and there's a three-pointer knocked down by Moronis. Second three-pointer by Moronis, and it's 72-50. Quez knocked to the floor, picked up by Bryan Station. Coming out of there with it. Kick it in the corner, and there's a three-pointer off the mark for McMullen. Miles Moronis with the stick back.
Crashing the boards, able to get the bucket.
He's got 13 now, almost his average. 72-52. Henry Clay nearing 6 minutes to go in the ball game here at the 42nd District in front of a good crowd, William. There's Brown, and he knocks it down. That's 20 points for Keyston.
Keyston on fire.
So you got 3 players with 20-plus points. Quez, Hawkins, and Brown. We talked about the big three-headed monster before the game, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
And that monster's come up big for Henry Clay. Tell you what, Scott County will have their hands full with Henry Clay.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game, I think.
Especially here at Henry Clay.
At Henry Clay, right.
If it was at Scott County, here's a long pass out of bounds.
Henry Clay number 30, Ryan White.
Scott County.
During the district, do they have the same regional refs, or is it just a region where they switch them up?
We've got the same refs.
Same refs in that do the regular season games?
Yep. That shot wouldn't go, and rebounded by Moronis. By the way, if you want to be a referee, it's a good time to be one.
Absolutely.
Moronis lines up a deep three, won't go, tapped around, and coming down with it is Hawkins.
That's a good point you make there is the KHSA. If I'm out in a shopping center and I see somebody on the side of the road with a sign or something like that, I'm going to say, hey, the KHSA's hiring. They need refs. They need refs, Gary Ball.
Yeah, bad. Really bad. Hawkins puts it up and in. That's 23 for Harris Hawkins. Cutting through Black, off glass, and he is fouled, and the foul will go on White. Third on White. And team's third. At the line will be Black. Black so far has 10 points in the ball game.
Got 35-34 ball game now with 3:56 remaining over at Dunbar, where Wesleyan Catholic and LCA playing.
LCA on top.
LCA with the lead. Yep.
35-30. 1 point lead over Catholic, and that's in the third quarter.
That is 3:56 remaining in the game.
In the game?
In the game.
Wow. We have only 4:34 to go in this game. Black knocks down the free throw.
We got another update here from that game.
Okay.
Bear with me just 1 second. So 7:53. Okay. So then the latest update is LCA leads 38-34 with 2:46 left in regulation. Catholic just called a timeout over there.
It's 77-53 here. Henry Clay on top of Bryan Station here at the 42nd District. And we had a big upset in the girls' 43rd District. Lexington Catholic upset Lexington Lafayette Lady General 51-49. We understand Morgan Rakes stepped up to the line with 0.1 second to go and nailed a couple of free throws for Catholic as they win at 51-49. That's one of the biggest upsets we've heard about around the state tonight.
Yeah, big time.
University Heights beat Fort Campbell 78-32. That was in the 8th District. Looking at some other scores, William. Taylor County beat Campbellsville in a good ball game, 79-75. That was in the 20th District. Moore over North Bullitt. We got a bunch of final scores in now. We'll give those to you throughout the rest of this half because this game's in no doubt. It's going to be Henry Clay, and they'll play in the championship, both boys and girls. Friday night, it'll either be Scott County or Douglas. Jackson over to Brown, lines up the three wide open, and that's off the mark. And chased down, and with the ball is White. Mayo beat Brown 96-62. St. X beat Louisville Collegiate 67. We lost it. Power's off.
Bryan Station foul number 3.
Can't hear anything.
Chanel, his 3rd. Team 6th.
You got anything?
Bryan Station foul number 25, Malik Black, his 4th, team 7th of the half.
Can you
number
check
32, Harris Hawkins.
Power,
shoots
yeah,
2.
power to this one out. That cord's been unplugged. Those kids probably unplugged it. Will you chase it down over there real quick? That orange cord, we'll make sure it's plugged in.
Number 3, Quiz Warwick replaces number 23, Marquise Mackey.
The orange cord got unplugged.
I can't hear.
That orange cord got unplugged.
Oh, okay.
We're still on, though.
Okay. 79-53. And Henry Clay, Bryan Station will come over to McMullen and to the basket. It won't go. Stuck back up. No good. Rebounded by Hawkins. Boy, Hawkins got a bunch of rebounds tonight. That's at least 13. Brown to Razor, and he's hammered by Black. And
there he was.
Yeah.
Bryan Station foul. Malik Black.
Sorry, folks. We had technical difficulty. Somebody unplugged one of our power cords here at courtside.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you. I couldn't hear you now. St. X beat 67-46 over Collegiate. Ballard won over Kentucky Country Day. Let's see. Spencer County over Anderson County, 45-34. Gallatin over Owen, 81-55. Walton Verona beat Grant, 54-49. Cooper over Boone, 73-47. Boy, you don't know how much that hurts to give that score.
Yeah, no doubt.
Beechwood, and we're off
Somebody
again.
unplugged it again. They unplugged it again. Those kids. It's those kids. Just talk.
Okay, and shot put up on the right side. So, tell those kids.
Field goal, Kamari McMillan.
Had to get after some kids over there, William. 2:28 to go in this one. Game's not in doubt. It's 80-52, Henry Clay. So you haven't missed anything. We're gone for just a minute, but there were some kids over there playing on by our electrical cord and kept knocking us off the air.
Yeah, we were wearing off the air. We were just audio just unplugged.
No power. McMullen knocked it down. 80-61. 2:13 to play, and this one's all over. Henry Clay's going to advance to the championship. Hawkins' three-pointer won't go. Rebounded by Clay, by Bryan Station. Here's a shot put up deep. Won't go out front by Chenault. Jackson to Marquez, loses a handle on it. Here comes Chenault. Quickly the other way over Brown. Lays it up. No, another rebound by Hawkins. He's got about 15 rebounds tonight, William, to go with those. Let's check his points for him. I might have missed one while we were gone, but he's got 23 points and 15 rebounds.
23 points and 15 rebounds. That's a pretty good game. That's a really good game, Gary.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's 42nd District basketball games.
We'll be back on PrepSpin.
Broadcasted by PrepSpin.com with Gary Ball, Willie Warfield. I see him up in the balcony there.
Minute 47 to go in this one, 80-61. Henry Clay on top of Bryan Station. Henry Clay will go to 25-5. They'll take a great record, 25-5, into that championship Friday night. Tomorrow night, Douglas and Scott County will play for the opportunity to play Henry Clay's boys and girls in the championship of the 42nd District Tournament. Inbounds to Jackson, throws it behind Brown, out of bounds.
Substitution here for number 23.
Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in tonight. We appreciate everybody's feedback, and just thankful for all of our fans, aren't we, Gary?
Yes, we sure are. Do we have a final yet on that LCA game?
Let me check and see what everybody's tweeting out here.
Travel, and we'll get you a score on Lexington Catholic and Lexington Christian. They were playing in the 43rd. We do know there was a big upset over there in the girls' side. Lexington Catholic 51, Lafayette 49. Lafayette with 21 wins going into that game. They fell to Catholic. I don't think they even had a winning season, did they, William? Catholic's girls?
Yeah, they did not, I don't think.
Just a minute 24 to go in this one. Henry Clay's going to run the clock out.
42-38's the score right now with 32.8 seconds left.
Wow. LCA up?
LCA's up.
42-38. So LCA, they win that game. They're in the district final.
If they win that game, then that district final means that means Kyle Road should, depending on how much he had tonight, should become Lexington's all-time leading scorer.
For the
city. He could be the city's all-time leading scorer.
Timeout on the floor.
He was entering tonight, he was like 40 points away from Tavion.
Number 33, Eli Wren.
Past Mike Allen with his first basket against Trinity.
1 minute to go here in this ball game. We got a timeout called on the floor. Minute to go. 80-61.
They unplugged it again.
Minute to go, and Henry Clay will put it in play, and they've got in the game Henderson, Kanye Henderson. There's a shot out of the corner, three-pointer, and it's good. 83-61, and
Elijah Chenault.
Chenault with the basket. 35 seconds to go. 83-63. Knocked out of bounds.
Got some kids over there messing with it. Good thing that the computer doesn't die whenever they unplug us, right?
I don't know what those kids are up to over there. Out of the corner, one goal in the air ball. 21 seconds. And the other, and a foul, and the foul will go on Henry Clay. And
Phillips. Jackson Phillips is first. Team's fifth. Number 22, Tyler Robinson Lofton will be awarded.
Lofton at the line. 18 seconds. This one hasn't been in doubt really in the second half, William, with a great effort by Henry Clay. They lead by 20. Rolls out.
I think Henry Clay's over there chanting, "We love PrepSpin." Did you hear that?
Right side. 10 seconds, and they've got there's a 33 in the game for Henry Clay. There's no 33 on my roster, so they must have added a JV player.
Yeah, either that or he could have had a blood on his jersey or something.
5 seconds, and Henry Clay is going to win it by 20. 83-63, and it's over. Henry Clay, 83, Bryan Station, 63. They move on to the district final. Friday night it'll be the Henry Clay girls and the Henry Clay boys. And Scott County and Douglas girls will play tomorrow night at 6. Scott County and Douglas boys at 8 o'clock. I'll be here for that second game, probably after 8 o'clock. But William, really no doubt tonight as far as Henry Clay, number 3 team in the state. They got great effort out of their big 3.
Yeah, they did. Hawkins had a tremendous game tonight. And then you saw Keyston Brown in the second half put a really good second half together. So, and of course, Wart. I mean, what can you say about that guy? He's just amazing.
Did we get a final? And did LCA end up beating Lexington Catholic before we get off the air?
Yeah, that's what
I think LCA beat Lexington Catholic. It was 42-38 with just 20 seconds to go, or 30 seconds.
So 8.5 seconds left, 48-38 LCA. So
LCA up by 10 with 8 seconds. LCA is going to defeat Lexington Catholic, so they'll move on. And, of course, want to remind you tomorrow night, it'll be Scott County and Douglas girls at 6, Scott County Douglas boys at 8 o'clock. The final score here, Henry Clay, 83, Bryan Station, 63 for PrepSpin and Mingua Beef Jerky. This is Gary Ball for William Warfield, the King of Stream, and Jack Haynes. So long from the 42nd District.